So we have our floor stretching routine. This is an amazing routine to either warm up for the day, cool down after exercise, or really just use this as a recovery movement program on days where you're just not feeling up to the challenge of high intensity exercise. So we're going to use a yoga mat or any type of mat for the floor, and you may need a towel close by to roll up and put underneath your neck if you have issues with neck pain when you lay on your back. You can also use a pillow, so if you need any of those for head support, make sure they're down on the floor. And then I'm going to use this chair to show you how to get on the floor and off the floor when we're done. But if you have a strategy that you use to get you down to the floor, you can do that instead. So let's go ahead and move down to the floor. We're going to use the chair. So hands on the chair first. You're going to bend your knees nice and deep. Stick one foot way back and find your way to a comfortable kneeling position. So once you're here, you're going to use the chair for support, back your knees up as far as they'll go, one at a time, and bring one hand down to the floor and then the other. So you're in this position here. The easiest thing to do is get your hands nice and wide, get your knees as wide as you can, and swing yourself down onto one hip to turn over and get onto your back. So just getting on the floor sometimes is an exercise in and of itself, and take your time, but we're going to meet down on your back. So I want you to lay all the way down on your back, and your knees are going to start bent with your feet flat on the floor. You're going to take your hands out to the side, and your feet are planted. You're going to drop your knees down to one side, and we're going to take some nice deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling out. So rotation is really, really great for your spine and also to loosen up your abdominal muscles, your rib cage muscles. You're going to take some deep breaths and just go as far as you feel comfortable, aiming to get your legs down to the floor. One more deep breath. Inhale, exhale, and switch sides. We're going to take those knees to the opposite side now, and I'm going to keep facing you, but I want your head to face opposite of where your knees are. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn my head. I want you to do some deep breathing. One more deep breath in your nose. And then out your mouth. Let's do one more time to each side. So knees switch to the opposite side. And shoulders back. So deep breathing in your nose. And out your mouth. In your nose. And out your mouth. Keep up that pace with your breathing, and when you inhale, I want you to really feel your rib cage expand. You have tiny muscles inside, in between each rib, that get really stiff and rigid. So deep breathing really helps stretch those out. Let's go ahead and switch your knees to the other side for one more rotation. Go ahead and switch your head too. Deep breathing. One more deep breath in your nose. And relax. All right. You're going to go ahead and straighten one leg out and bring the other knee into your chest. So let's say this is your left knee squeezing into your chest and your right leg is straight. So you want to have your hand right on your knee, or if that's uncomfortable, you can put it right behind your thigh. But you're really just pulling that knee up towards your chest as closely as you can possibly get it. All right, so, and then we're gonna switch sides and do the other leg. Nice deep breathing. Good. Awesome. Let's go ahead and switch one more time. You're gonna pull it up towards your shoulder as close as you possibly can. And you can do little circles, back and forth, side to side. Really just loosen up that hip joint. And then switch sides. All right, nice big circles one way and then circles the other. Good. All right, and then let's switch knees again. We're gonna go ahead and rotate. So let's say your left knee is pulled up towards your shoulder. You're gonna take your right hand, so it's your opposite hand, and you're gonna pull it across your body for a nice twist. So your knee may make it all the way down to the floor. If it doesn't, don't force it, but you're gonna let your leg relax and let gravity do the work. So you're gonna breathe in your nose, out your mouth, in your nose, out your mouth. Good, and just let gravity take over. This twist is really, really nice. It can be uncomfortable at times. So just try and take some deep breaths and really breathe into it. In your nose and out your mouth. One more time, in your nose and exhale. Good. Bring it back to center, nice and gently. And we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So your right knee comes into your chest, your left leg straightens out. Your left hand is going to go on top of your right knee, and it pulls it all the way over to your left side. So again, if your knee doesn't make it all the way to the floor, that's okay. Just go as far as you can comfortably and take nice deep breaths to let gravity help you with it. So in your nose, out your mouth, in your nose, out your mouth, and just relax into it. Nice big twist. You might notice that one side is tighter than the other, and that's totally normal. One more. And relax. Very good. So you're going to bring it back to the center, nice and easy. And we're going to go right into what I call the dead bug. So you can leave your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. You're going to look up towards the ceiling, reach your hands up towards the ceiling. You're going to interlace your fingers. So you're making a little prayer position here with your fingers interlaced. And you're going to flip so your palms are facing the ceiling. So we're going to hold this stretch here for 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to bring it all the way down to our chest again, and then up and push. We're going to do this 5 times. So I want you to really think about spreading your fingers out wide. Bring it down. Press it up and forward. Trying to get your elbows as straight as possible. So this may look really, really simple, but when you do it, you may notice a lot of tightness in your wrists and your fingers. And so that's what we're trying to work through here, is just to loosen up everything from our elbows all the way to our feet and fingers. Not our feet, our fingers. There you go. We're going to transition to your legs here. So go ahead and we're going to bring one foot up at a time, one leg, and then the other. Your hands are down at the floor. So if you need to, if your core isn't quite strong enough to lift both of your legs up at the same time, then that's okay. You can do one at a time. But your feet are up, and we're just going to take one hand behind the knee and press, and then switch sides and press with the opposite leg. I have on a holy sock. That's okay. All right. Bend in one knee and straighten in the other. So your hands are behind your knee. You're really trying to straighten out that leg as long as it can go. and then back down, and we switch. So you're trying to really push your heel up towards the ceiling, straighten that knee out as much as you can. You'll feel a nice stretch down the back of your hamstring, and switch. Straighten it out, and switch. And of course, if you feel strong, you can do both legs up, stretch it out long, and switch. Let's do 4 more nice, really big stretches. 4, good. 3, good. Last 2, good. And last 1, big push, and relax. All right, we're gonna go ahead and transition onto all 4s. So the easiest way to do this is to, from here, you're gonna bridge, you're gonna lift your hips up, move them to one side. You're gonna keep your knees bent, you're gonna throw them over to one side so you roll onto your side. And then you're gonna push yourself up with your hands and come onto your knees here. So if that takes you a little bit of time, that's fine. Just press pause, transition, and then press play when you're ready. So if you have issues with your knees and you have soreness in your knees, we're gonna be on your hands and your knees for a little bit, so you may slide a pillow underneath your knees. So the first exercise we're gonna do, your hands are planted underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. So you're gonna pull your belly button in. This is called cat-cow if you're used to yoga at all. So our cat position is arched up like a cat. You're gonna tuck your tail under, pull your belly button up, tuck your chin, and push your shoulders up towards the ceiling. And then you're gonna inhale, lift your head up, drop your belly, and stick your tail out. And we're gonna flow through this about 10 times. So go ahead and tuck your chin, inhale. Exhale. Up, good. Inhale. Good. Let's do 4 more. Tuck your chin, push your hands into the floor. Then let your belly fall, lift your head up, and chest is proud. 2 more, tuck your chin, arch up like a cat. Let your belly fall, lift your head up. We've got 1 more. Make it really, really big. Tuck your chin. And then let your belly fall, and head lifts up. Ooh, so our spine is nice and warm. We're gonna go right into our next exercise, which is called the Power Rock. And if you're not familiar with the Power program, it's called Parkinson's Wellness Recovery Program. It's a certification that I have, but this is an exercise from that program. And you're gonna shift your weight all the way back like you're going into child's pose. So your hips go back towards your heels as far as you can. It's okay if you only get to here, that's totally fine. But you're gonna rock your weight back through your heels as far as you can get, like child's pose in yoga. And then you're gonna shift your weight up and forward, your hips down, and your shoulders proud. So this is the fullest extreme of this exercise as far as the range of motion is concerned. So you're gonna go all the way back. If you can't go back this far, that's okay. You don't wanna put your knees in jeopardy. And so you work at your own pace. And this might be too much for your arms. You wanna really straighten out those elbows as much as possible, have a nice proud chest, and then rock back and forth. Your range of motion might be right here. But really what we're looking for is your hips to go all the way back and then all the way down and forward. Let's do 4 more, just like that. All the way back, big stretch. And then hips down and forward. Good. 3 more. All the way back. All the way up and forward. Hips down. Good. 2 more. All the way back. Up and forward. Good. And one more. Hips all the way back. And up and forward. Very good. All right, so now we're going to come back onto all fours. If you need to take a break, you can lift your arms up and relax back a little bit. But we're going to go right into a power twist. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips again. I want you to take the hand that's closest to the camera here, or I'm going to do my left hand. So your left hand is going to reach all the way up towards the ceiling. You're twisting and rotating and reaching up as far as you can. So your shoulders have to turn, your hips to open up. Feels so good. And then you're going to take this hand, you're going to thread it like a needle through your hand and your knee all the way down and through until your left shoulder touches like this. And then you're going to open, inhale, and exhale all the way through. Thread the needle. Inhale, 3, exhale. We're going to 5. Inhale up. Exhale, last one. We'll switch arms. All right, let's go ahead and switch arms. You're taking now your right hand and you're going to reach up towards the ceiling, rotate, and then you're going to reach down and through so you can thread that needle. So remember, your hand is going between your knee and this little square here, reaching through. Inhale up. Exhale, reach and thread through. That's 2. We're going 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread it through. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Those are fun. Those feel so good. So your spine is nice and loose now, and we're going to go into, we have 2 more exercises. We've got hip circles are up next. So we're back on all fours, and we're going to pretend like we're a dog in a fire hydrant, essentially. We're going to take our right leg. Actually, I'll show you this leg first. Your knee is what's drawing a circle to your left. So let's imagine you've got a couple points. Your knee can come forward to your elbow, up towards the side, that's our fire hydrant, and then back towards the back wall and down. So that's a circle. We're going to draw a circle between our elbow and the back wall and back down. So we're going forward, lift it to the side, push it back, and back down. You'll notice my knee stays bent as I go through this whole exercise. So imagine you've got paint on your knee and you're just making a big circle all the way around. Forward to your elbow, up and out to the side, back, and back down. 2 more. Forward to your elbow, out to the side, back, and back down. 1 more. Forward, out to the side, back, and back down. So let's go ahead and switch sides. Same idea. With your right leg there, you're going to take your right knee forward towards your elbow, out to the side, back, and back down. We're doing 6. Here we go. Forward, side, back, and back down. 2. Forward, side, back, and back down. 3. 3 more. Forward, side, back, and back down. 2 more. Abs tight. Forward, side, back, back down. 1 more. Forward, side, back, and back down. Very good. Shake it out. Whew. All right, so the last exercise we have is bird dog. And bird dog sounds really fancy, but we're gonna use our core to really stretch ourselves from end to end. So last time, we're back here on our hands and our knees, and we're gonna start with the bird portion. You're gonna reach your left arm out in front of you as far as you can get, and then come back down. So we're gonna alternate reaching, and what we're gonna add in is the legs here. So you're gonna reach forward with that right arm and kick back with the left. So you'll see my back knee is completely straight. I'm pushing with my heel, like I'm kicking something behind me and reaching forward. So ideally, your eyes are looking down at the mat and then reaching opposite arm and opposite leg. If it's too much to do this balance, then just do your arms or just do your legs. But know that you can always do one or the other. But the challenge is in combining the two. So let's go ahead and start with the left arm and your right leg. Reach and nice. We're going to do 20 of these. So 20 total, 10 on each side. Right arm, left leg, and down. 2. Reach. 3. I want you to really straighten that back leg out. 4. Reach. 5. Reach. 6. Every time. This is a stretching routine. So you're going for big range of motion every time. This is 8. Good. This is 9. Down. Good. This is 10. Good. We've got 10 more. And then you're finished here. 10. Down. 9. Down. Keep that back leg up. 8. Good. Kick with your heel. 7. Down. 6. 5 more. Make them really big. Make them count. Kick that leg out. Good. 4 more. Or this is, 4. This is 3. Good. 2 more. Woo. And 1 more. Stretch out long. And nicely done, guys. So that is the end of the stretching routine. I'm going to show you how to stand up with the chair. But if you have more stretches you want to do, you can stay down here and finish those out. But to get up off the floor, we're going to come crawl towards our chair. One hand on each side. You're going to take whichever leg is your stronger leg. You're going to put that leg forward. Big step. Lean forward. Use that leg and your arms to take a big step up. And then you're back up. Way to finish that stretching routine. I hope you feel good, and I will see you in the next video.